Should we do like a bit, or should we just like go straight into recording? I've already hit the record button.
I think we're here.
Let's do it.
Yo, 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 what's good? It's young Richi in the building.
Oh, is that the season 2 intro?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, the hay was a little too, man.
That was season 1.
Season 1. Still learning.
No, this is season 2 now. No. This is it. This is our sophomore slump. We get 3 bad
slump.
Yeah. We get 3 bad podcasts and we're good.
3 bad podcasts? Dude, I think every single one has been bad just because of the way we've been recording.
I'm on the opposite side.
But I'm also on the opposite side. Just because if people saw what we're doing, they're like, damn, I kind of respect the hustle. You get what I'm saying?
We've had fire content.
We've had a lot of good content.
And mediocre delivery, which just, like, not mediocre delivery. We've had fire content and mediocre production, which just makes me one of my favorite rappers ever. Every single one of my rappers is fire content and
true.
Like,
okay, yeah.
Production.
Exactly. You're right. Yeah, I made myself sound really negative. I didn't mean it that way. I meant it in a way of like, we will get better.
Oh yeah. Well, the production will get better.
Production will definitely get better.
We'll probably say the exact fucking same.
Yeah, I know, right?
But I think that's good.
Yeah. Exactly.
I really do. So
how do we follow up what we did for 3 hours?
Straight up, you do what Michael Jordan did, and you drop 63 one night, and you still put 20 down the next.
Hey. Yeah, it's true.
But, no, man, I was just, so bits and pieces, I haven't really gotten a chance to sit down and really listen. I might do that tonight, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But, West Side Gun's new album, Pray for Paris.
Okay.
I think I found my favorite song of the year.
All right.
Already. We're pretty early, and this is like, I never thought I was going to say this, but this is definitely a turn down song.
Turn down?
Like, I never thought that you'd say, like, yo, this is the song I play with my girl at the end of the night, and it's West Side Gun.
Turn down for what?
This is the song that you play at the end of the night, and it's West Side Gun. It's West Side Gun, Joey Badass, and Tyler, the Creator.
Oh, okay.
And Tyler's rapping again.
Tyler's rapping.
That's always like my favorite thing when it's like...
No, I love when Tyler raps, though, for real.
Like when it's like a singer who used to be a rapper is like, no, they back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because Tyler's done that a couple times now. It's like, he made Igor, which, I mean...
Igor was good.
Yeah. I like Scumfuck Flower Boy way better.
No, Flower Boy
Flower
was
Boy
really
was
good.
insane.
Igor was Flower Boy on steroids, in my opinion.
Nah, you love being sad. You love sad rappers.
That wasn't even sad, though. Like,
no,
that
but
shit
like...
was...
Because, like...
It was way more upbeat than Flower. Flower Boy was more depressing than Igor.
Flower Boy has 3 songs in a row, back-to-back, that are just hard as fuck.
Okay.
Who That Boy with A$AP Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
I Ain't Got Time, and then he fades that into Garden Shed. No, there's a couple songs like back-to-back that you're like, oh, shit.
I'm not discrediting Flower Boy at all. I love that album. And that's coming from a guy who hated Odd Future for the longest time. I liked them, and then I hated them, and now I'm like back on the Odd Future train, or Tyler Creator train.
Yeah, because now it's just Tyler.
Yeah, it's just Tyler, but you get what I'm saying.
Earl can still spit. I still fuck with Earl.
Earl could spit his ass off.
Yeah, Earl can definitely still spit. That dude still got it, but... I mean, like, who else... That's the kind of thing that sucks, is like, who else was in that posse that you, like, really know? The Internet... They're still fire.
They're Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean for sure.
Earl, Tyler. That's a decent crew.
Yeah, it is.
But they have like 1,000 other people too.
Trying to be like Wu-Tang, man.
Yeah, Wu-Tang at least called them affiliates though.
Yeah, exactly. That's
like,
true.
Wu-Tang had like 9 people, and then like everybody signed like 12 people.
Yeah, facts.
Or in Method Man's case, he just started hanging out with Redman, and then everybody just started hanging out with Redman after that.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty much how that went. Have you watched any of the Michael Jordan documentary?
No, I haven't.
No, I'm waiting until it all comes out. I got ESPN Plus. I do what I want.
Yo, let me use your ESPN Plus, or I might just get it myself. Just to watch it. I want to watch it.
No, I'm not even sure if it's all on yet right now. Like, I was watching. They had a thing about. They have all the 30 for 30s, which is fire. Because they just came out with one about Michael Vick that I want to watch.
Okay.
So like, Michael Vick's one of those guys to me where I know what he did was fucked up. I understand what he did was fucked up. I'm never going to condone it. But, like, I remember him way more for being the most fun player I've ever watched in my life than for what he went to jail for.
I think he's just a dirtbag, in my opinion.
Probably.
Yeah.
His brother robbed a McDonald's the night before the draft. Yeah, probably.
His name's Ronald McDonald?
No, his brother robbed a McDonald's the night before the draft.
Oh, they said...
No, like, he
they
was out
said
here, like,
his brother
McDonald's.
Robin McDonald. I'm like, what? Who the fuck is Robin McDonald?
Yeah. I fucking... Like, Mike Vick was my dude, bro. Especially because, like... That was the first time I'd seen a black quarterback, like, really killing shit.
Yeah.
Because I was a little bit too young for Randall Cunningham.
Mm-hmm.
Like, killing shit's a fucked up phrase, but, like, whatever. But no, like, that was, like... And then when I lived in Virginia, like... The wildest part is that, like, when I was living in Virginia... I was living not far from where he's from. And I got invited to, like, 3 cockfights. So I was like, oh, no, this is, like, a thing here.
The fuck, dude?
Yeah, they're like, yo, we're going to have a cockfight at this barbecue. Come through? I'm like, no.
Not really.
Nah, man, I'm from the West.
Sorry, we don't do that.
Yeah, nah. But it's just, like, I didn't realize that, like, certain parts of Virginia, like, no, it's like that. Now, like, raising pit bull, I don't know about all that. I never got invited to, like, a dogfight. But I got invited to a few cockfights.
Okay.
So, like...
Those seem like fun to go to, even though it's fucked up.
I have no desire to... I love fighting. Like boxing, sign me up. I'll go watch. I've been in a bunch of fights, too. So, like, fighting, sign me up. Muay Thai, sign me up. I'll go watch. Like, yo, let's do this. Like, let's go see it. But when it comes to animals, I'm just like...
It's fucked up.
I'm not on my Joe Rogan shit where he's like, yo, a gorilla could rip that guy's arms off. Like,
a gorilla could rip somebody's arms off.
Oh, for sure. But, I mean, I don't know. I've never really been into... I like, and here's the funny thing, too. Like, it feels weird to watch animals fight while your, like, 8-pound dog is sitting there just, like, watching you, like...
Yeah.
Oh, this is your shit? Oh, for real?
Makes sense. Yeah, I could see the guilt.
I've just never really been into that either. Like, animals have always... My mom tells a story when I was living back in Texas. And it was... we went to a rodeo for the first time. Yo, what the fuck kind of state sends their, like, second graders on trips to the slaughterhouse? Like, field trips to the slaughterhouse. That's some Texas shit.
I could not relate.
We lived down the street from a slaughterhouse. I didn't realize until we went back. I was like, yo.
That's fucked up.
That's a whole ass slaughterhouse.
That would make me want to go vegan.
I was like 2, 3... No, I wasn't 2. I was probably 4 or 5 years old. I had no idea.
Jesus.
But, like, yo, they're raising kids to, like, wrestle down sheep at, like, 3 years old. It's fucking weird. Like, Texas is different.
It's like Khabib wrestling a fucking bear.
Yeah, my brother was like, this really wasn't that impressive. Like, the bear was on a chain. I'm like, it's a fucking bear.
It's a bear, dude.
Well, it was only a bear cub. Nah, I don't care.
Bear cub could still fuck you up.
Unless you're Khabib.
Yeah, exactly. True.
Then you're shooting for double leg takedowns on the bear.
On a bear.
Yo, the thing is, like, just looking at animals and, like, their anatomy, a bear doesn't have long legs.
No, but they could run like 30 miles per hour.
Yeah, like on all fours. Like a standing up bear, like, I'm not sure how fast that thing's running.
Yeah, but why would a bear run on all
That's
two?
That's what I'm saying.
We'll run
all
on
twos.
All twos. Run on two legs.
That's what I'm saying, but, like, it's weird to watch that video because the bear has no idea what the fuck's going on.
No, yeah, of course not. I mean...
And Khabib is, like, trying to shoot for takedowns, but he's also a child, so he doesn't really know what's going on. Like,
the bear probably just thought he was playing.
I want to see a rematch with that bear and Khabib now, because I feel like that bear fucks Khabib up.
That bear would literally tear Khabib apart.
Yo, do you think that we can find a 155-pound bear to fight Khabib for the lightweight championship?
I mean, if he got declawed and what is it? Defanged. I think it would be doable.
I showed my dad some Vale Tudo videos. So here's the thing, man, and this might sound brutal, but I started watching MMA from pride.
Uh-huh.
So soccer kicks were cool, and knees to the head of a grounded opponent were cool.
Yeah.
So when I start watching UFC,
the fucked up shit,
and I'm like, yo, that dude's head is wide open. Just knee him right in his fucking head.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's weird. Why did this guy go into his guard instead of just kicking him right in the fucking head? Like, I was watching a fight. It's Vale Tudo, which is like,
I know what it is.
Or, you know? For people who don't know, it's like basically, it's no holds barred fighting, but it's in Brazil. So, like, you still can't bite, you can't eye gouge, you can't kick people in the balls or anything like that. You can't, like you still can't do anything like that. But headbutts are cool. Knees to the head of a grounded opponent are cool. Kicks anywhere are cool. And the promotion I was watching...
AKA soccer kicks.
Yeah. And the promotion I was watching was bare knuckle. Mm-hmm. Which sounds brutal, but if you've ever watched bare knuckle boxing, they don't punch that much and they don't throw that hard. Because, like...
That shit hurts way more.
It hurts way more. Because if your hand goes off the dude's head wrong, you're breaking fingers.
Facts.
So people aren't throwing, like, boxing, like, you've seen heavyweights just, like, throw. Mm-hmm. But those same boxers, like, that's why Floyd Mayweather, the way he fights, it's because he breaks his hands all the time. Mm-hmm. He's got really brittle hands.
He's got great defense.
He has to, because he can't punch back.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? So imagine if everything was a Mayweather fight, but the thing is, when they get cut, it looks like a fucking Ric Flair match.
Yeah. Ric Flair with the white hair.
Yeah, well, I mean, with the red hair by the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Shout out to Ric Flair for blading, like legit cutting himself deep into, like, his 60s. Like, my man was out here for, like...
Yeah, dude.
Like, against Shawn Michaels, just like, nah.
Straight up, bro. Like, he's a trooper, man.
I heard this thing, because they're Run the Jewels talking about Ric Flair, and LP's not a wrestling fan, and Killer Mike really is. And Killer Mike's like, yo, Richard Fleer is a piece of shit.
Richard Fleer?
Yeah, and he's like, Ric Flair is the greatest of all time. I'm like...
Who's Richard Fleer?
That's his real name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How did I not know that?
Because probably not a wrestling fan that knows wrestlers' names.
No, probably not, I guess. Whatever.
But no, like, so I was watching this Vale Tudo fight, and it's crazy because, like, it sounds really fucked up. You know how you avoid getting elbowed in the head? Mm-hmm. You clinch them really, really close, and you don't let them elbow you in the head. Like, it sounds fucked up, but, like, I watched one fight where this dude won with a headbutt. And the reason why he won with the headbutt is because he was clinched up against, I think it's a dude's basement, because it's, like, 4 fence sides, and then, like, a wall with, like, the shit that they put on the gyms, like, on the edge. It's like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, and the dude who owns the company is also the ref.
Of course.
Of course. I'm like, hold on. And, like, the best part, because me and my brother are watching it, and I'm like, yo, this dude's tapping. And my brother's like, okay, if he's tapping, how come the other guy's still in mount? And why isn't the referee doing anything? He's like, where is the referee? I'm like, see that guy in army pants? I know the difference between camo and army. I get it.
Yeah. This
dude's wearing legit army pants. Oh. I have a pair of those. So I'm like, wait, this dude's wearing, like, because you saw, like, the little tags at the bottom?
Yeah.
Like, this dude's wearing army pants.
The pull strings, you mean?
Yeah. And I'm like, hold on. This dude's wearing army pants and, like, construction boots, like, in his basement, just having people fight. And he's like, this is for the middleweight championship. I'm like, there's no belt. There's no weigh-in. This is just a dude. I'm like...
Jesus.
But I was like, yeah, you know, he's probably not getting up off of him because he didn't realize that the referee's pulling him off. I don't know who he thought this was. Mm-hmm. But it's like all dudes in this basement.
Of course.
Yeah. But what's cool is that, like, so what they did, because I've watched Vale Tudo and other times too, but there's no rounds. It's just one 20-minute round.
Until someone gives up.
Or
taps or knocks out.
Or if it's tap, referee stoppage, knockout. But if they go to the end of the fight, it's a draw.
Huh.
I kind of love that.
Well, yeah, if you can make it 20 minutes straight, you're a fucking warrior.
Because my dad was like... My dad doesn't think that MMA should have decisions. He thinks that it should just go to draw if you go the whole fight. And to me, I'm like, well, if you're going to have draws, then you shouldn't have rounds. Because if you kick somebody's ass for 3 rounds, that's a natural stop.
I don't agree with that. I feel like there should be a winner regardless. That's why they have judges.
I don't like the fact that we have to go to the judges for shit though. Unless
I wish we had better judges.
I wish we no. I've told you about Glory. Glory's a kickboxing promotion that I love. They do open scoring, so they have 5 judges, and they tell the fighters and the fans in between every round who won the last round. That makes way more sense.
That's true.
So if you know what I mean. So like, you don't have to guess. Okay, well we're in Las Vegas. So do they like striking more? Or do they like takedowns more? Mm-hmm. You don't have to guess that. You can just look up and they announce it. They're like, Verhoeven, 10, Bader, 9. Like, you see it. Like, everybody knows. Like, all right, cool. Last round's 10-9. Which makes sense because when you watch basketball, football, like, how dumb would basketball be if...
we found out the score at the end of the game.
Yeah, based on judges.
That'd be stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why the hell do we do that with fighting? That's got to be an old boxing thing.
Yeah.
So, like, and what I was telling my dad, too, is that, like, get rid of the whole, especially with how MMA is now. Like, when it was 2 rounds, I understand if you have a draw. It was like, man, this guy won the first round, but he got his ass kicked the second round. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. When you have 3 rounds, just get rid of the 10-point system. Just say, all right, cool. Richi won round 1, Braven won round 2. And then round 3, you'd figure out who actually won the fight. It's like, all right, cool. Hey, like, that's how the NBA Finals are. Like, if it's 3-3, they're not just like... you're not going to get 4-3 in the NBA Finals, but the losing team scored as many points as the winning team, so they gave it a draw. Like, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like, well, you guys lost... I know you guys won every game, but, I mean... yeah. It was close, so we gave it to the guys who won last year. Like, what? It makes no sense.
I got you.
Makes no sense.
That makes more sense to do that.
So I was like, just say who won. And like, Pride, their old way to figure out who won the fight, they judged the whole fight. They just gave rounds for breaks. Which, again, I feel like if you're judging the whole fight, just have one fight. Like, don't have rounds. Like, why are you breaking up into rounds? Just have a 10-minute. Especially because Pride's fights were like, the first round was 10 minutes. Like, fuck it.
Oh, yeah, didn't it? Yeah, they didn't.
No, first round was 10 minutes, second round was 5. It was basically overtime at that point.
Exactly. Because nobody would make it that the whole 10 minutes. Nobody.
Bro.
Especially with the soccer kicks and the fucking...
Here's why Pride is insane.
The knees
soccer kicks, knees to the head. No elbows, which is funny to me.
Yeah.
Soccer kicks, knees to the head. You had, what's it called? Head stomps. You're allowed to stomp the head because that's a karate technique, so you're allowed to do that. You had 10-minute rounds. And no fucking steroid testing. If you fought in Pride, you were on the juice.
Oh, for sure. Everybody was on the juice.
Dude. Rampage was on the juice.
Vanderlei Silva.
On the juice.
What is
Fedor?
it? Julian Randleman, right?
Kevin Randleman?
Kevin Randleman.
The Jews are insane.
Juicing, for sure.
Like, don't get me wrong.
Mark Coleman.
Yeah, for real. But, like, don't get me wrong. I love almost every Pride fighter. There's a couple that kind of can fuck off, but... like, you're not going to tell me that, like, Bob Sapp wasn't juicing.
Dude, Bob Sapp is juicing.
My man's 385.
385 of pure muscle. Or was, I don't know.
No, he's still huge.
Yeah, he's still a big dude.
I watched the Indian fight where he just took a dive against this dude. He literally, like, tapped out to strikes after getting not even really knocked down.
Yeah, but do you know his reasoning why he does that?
Do you know how much money he gets paid for doing that?
How much?
They're saying that it's upwards of $100,000 a fight at this point. Because he's still such a big name in areas that don't, like, follow him as hard. Yeah. So that's why, like, in a lot of areas that, like, that are just getting him off the ground.
He said that he does it because he doesn't want to pay for medical bills.
Then stop fighting.
Yeah, it's true. Like, if anything happens to him, he all of his purse goes straight to medical bills.
I agree with that. I would agree with that if he did that, if he wasn't known to take dives.
Yeah.
Like, if he immediately, I would feel that. If he wasn't known to just drop and take the money, then I would be like, okay, cool, that makes a lot of sense. But we've seen him before, like,
annihilate people.
Yeah, and not only that, but, like, we've seen him in, like, legitimate fights. And, dude, actually, when Pride ended, that was the perfect time for him to retire.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's a huge star in Japan still. Like, he has, like, TV shows. I think he lives out there. So, like, dude, just stay in Japan and just do... I've seen all sorts of goofy... When I was in Japan, there was all sorts of goofy TV shows that it's like, this guy used to play for the Yomiuri Giants, who's, like, the big baseball team out there.
Yeah.
Like, this guy used to be, like, you can make money doing that.
Doing stupid shit, yeah.
Not even... Like, it's not
even...
It's
not stupid.
It's just goofy,
yeah,
like...
It's goofy.
It's the same thing we see celebrities here sometimes.
Yeah. Like, they do
it's the same idea.
Stars and
yeah,
shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, you can make a career off doing that. In Japan, hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah, you can. People love entertainment.
Right. So, like, you don't have to fight anymore. And if you wanted to come back once or twice, just as like, hey, yo, I'm fighting in glory.
Yeah.
You know, like, do that. That'd be cool.
I'm fighting in one.
I love one. Holy shit. Holy shit.
One is dope.
Watching one is like watching, like... Here's the crazy thing that, like... Because I really, really did a deep dive into why judging was different. And why the rule sets were different, right? America is inherently wrestling-based. Because they don't teach karate in high school. They don't teach... You know, you have wrestling in high school. You have wrestling in college. They don't have college karate. But when you go to Japan... Like, I have a geek because I actually rolled with a guy who was a ex-UFC fighter. Like, I learned some judo from him. It was awesome. And the guy was, he said that he started doing judo in elementary school. So it's like the inverse. So, like, judo, they knew, he said that everybody chooses either judo or karate. So everybody knows how to fight, but nobody really fights out there because everybody knows how to fight. You know, like, if you're teaching everybody karate since they're, like, 6 years old, yeah, you're going to have a whole nation of guys that can kick each other's ass if
you're going to get a bunch of Lyoto Machidas.
Yeah, like, but everybody's super chill, so nobody gives a fuck. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, it's kind of like, I mean, from what they always show about Brazil, like, if everybody knows how to fight, then, like, as long as you're not in, like, a crazy area, you're probably okay. That's what I've seen about Brazil. It's probably not true. But,
Brazil's crazy, man.
I still want to go.
No, I do too, but it's still kind of just sketchy to be out there.
There's so many, like, sketchy ass places
that you want to go to.
Hell yeah, dude. I still want to go to Morocco. I still want to go to Turkey. I still want to go to Greece. I mean, there's a bunch of places. But yeah, so I was doing this deep dive into, like, okay, well, why is the judging different? Basically, the judging's different because, like, it's completely different sports what it was founded on. You're going to respect, you know, in America when you watch everybody wrestle, like, legitimate collegiate wrestling and, like, the Olympic gold medal is huge there, like, for wrestling. Yeah, you're going to judge a takedown more, even though it's kind of funny because there's a lot of techniques that you watch that are completely different. If you watch one, you don't see a ton of guys wrestling. You see a lot of judo. You see a lot of judo, and you see a lot of striking. Like, the striking in one is crazy. Because everybody does fucking Muay Thai in one for some reason.
Yeah.
But no, it's good shit. I'm a big fan of one, especially with, like, Demetrius Johnson being over there.
Yeah, I know, right?
They challenged him, too. Did you see that? Did you watch Demetrius Johnson's fight? Yo, I think his first fight, he went, like, 4 rounds with the guy. Like, I was like, yo, I'd never heard of this dude, Demetrius Johnson's gonna kick his ass. No. Rule set's different, man.
Shit.
Rule set's different. He's like, because Demetrius Johnson, his whole game is, like, that level change wrestling. But the thing is, okay, cool, so you can change levels well. Guess what? I do Muay Thai.
Yeah.
So if I clinch you and you try to shoot down, I got you with the knees. And if you're trying to muscle me while, you know, you have me in a body lock, I'm going to come at you with an elbow.
So, yeah, he's got a lot to train for.
Now, when he finally got on top and he just beat the shit out of the guy with knees.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no, this is pretty much.
They allow knees at the...
In one, yeah.
Like, to the head, too?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I think they got rid of soccer kicks, but yeah, knees to the head are fine. But that's the thing about, like, that was the thing that's crazy to me because I didn't realize how important elbows were to wrestlers. Because you can't knee a guy as effectively as you can elbow a guy when you're on top. So, like, George St. Pierre used to do this. He was amazing at it. George St. Pierre would jab the shit out of you when you're getting sick of all these jabs, and he's landing all of them because he was actually a karate guy. George St. Pierre actually learned how to wrestle during his MMA career.
Yeah. I saw that on his documentary.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So he was a wrestler. He was a karate guy, learned how to wrestle during his MMA career because he kept having issues with wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
And then he learned how to box from fucking Freddie Roach.
Freddie Roach.
He's the most, to me, that's the most well-rounded fighter that I've ever seen. And then his
trainer,
Muay Thai,
too.
Yeah, his Muay Thai instructor is Phil Nurse, who's a huge, he's a legend in the Muay Thai community. And his trainer is Faraz Zahabi, who's one of the smartest trainers. I expect you to go fucking 28-3 or whatever you did in your career.
Yeah, exactly.
His
one loss was avenged.
Yeah.
Or what was it, Matt Serra?
Yeah, and he beat the shit out of Matt Serra next time they fought.
Exactly.
Does he only have one loss? No, he lost to Matt Hughes. And then he beat the shit out of Matt Hughes twice.
Yeah, he redeemed both losses, right?
Yeah. But no, that's what I'm saying. George St. Pierre is the... when you... that's the mixed martial artist. That's not even I'm a kickboxer who does, who fights in the cage. No, that's a mixed martial artist.
Yeah. Another person I really liked who never really made it that big was Frank Mir.
He was a champ in the 90s.
No. Yeah, but you get what I'm in the UFC, he wasn't.
He got his ass kicked by Brock the second time because he took him out first.
I liked him a lot because of being a big dude and being as versatile as he was.
Frank Mir is one of those guys where if it wasn't for X, he'd be the greatest in his division.
Exactly.
Frank Mir is one of those guys. Daniel Cormier is that guy at light heavyweight.
Yep.
Because if it wasn't for John Jones, he'd probably be the greatest light heavyweight of all time.
He'd probably be the greatest in both divisions. But if it wasn't for losing to Stipe...
Yeah, my dad's been going back and rewatching all the old fights in backwards order, which I was I came downstairs one day and I'm like, why are you watching this? You watched this with me.
Yeah.
I remember this. He's like, I don't. I'm like, all right, whatever, dude.
I can't wait for the Stipe DC trilogy.
Has that been confirmed yet?
I don't know yet. I hope it gets confirmed soon because DC said that's his last fight. That's the fight he wants. Apparently, it's his last fight. Who knows if it's...
That change in his game plan was the fucking dumbest thing, dude. He was wrestling the shit out of him.
He could have won. But, come on, bro. You can't stand up with him like that.
No, and the only reason it worked the first fight was because he did the opposite, where he was everybody expected him to shoot.
Yeah. And
then he caught him with a hook. Mm-hmm. Because it was just he faked the takedown and caught him with a hook when he came back up. And in this fight, Stipe was just dude, wait, are we just standing and banging?
Those body shots fucked him up.
Oh, for sure. But I'm that's another thing I'm excited to see in MMA too is better striking, because when you watch so my buddy's a big boxing guy. Actually, we gotta talk to Jake about this too. But when you watch boxing, you're seeing a lot more things body strikes and feints and stuff like that. You don't see that much in MMA. You kind of see it here and there, but I can't wait until that level of boxing. Not even has to be equal, but when you get those great boxers in MMA where they're throwing body shots and coming at angles. Mm-hmm. You don't see guys dancing like that in MMA that often.
Nah.
And it's probably because you still have leg kicks and takedowns, but it would be kind of crazy just to see somebody like Floyd Mayweather in there who's just all right, cool, I'm just gonna slip and counter everything you do. Mm-hmm. A dude who can just do that, who's just shoulder roll, pop that shoulder up, and it would work in MMA because you don't want to punch a guy's shoulder with those light ass gloves. No, you're not trying to deal with that at all.
That would hurt.
Yeah,
a lot.
Did you see that video of not that video, that picture of the guys who Tony Ferguson's all fought, before and after they fought him?
No.
Yo, it looks like Tony Ferguson's mugging people. I swear to God, I'm gonna show you this picture because it looks like he's just beating people with a bat. It's bad.
Tony Ferguson's a scary dude.
Tony Ferguson's scary because he reminds me of all those weird kids that we used to see in high school.
But he could fight.
Yeah. So let me see if I can get you this one. Yo, Cowboy's actually fighting his next fight.
Yeah, isn't he on this card?
Yeah, he is. He's fighting Anthony Pettis.
Anthony Pettis needs to come back somehow, dude.
I don't know what the deal is with him. I really don't. I think the thing is, I think a lot of these fighters peaked a long time ago. And I feel bad saying that, but like, I think there's a lot of fighters who, when we saw them, they weren't, like, by the time they got to the UFC, they had, you know, days before they would start before they would start that decline. Here you go, check this out. But I think that's the issue with a lot, because you gotta realize a lot of those guys that we used to watch in WEC had some crazy mileage on them. They were, you know, 5-6 years deep into their careers, and they were talking about, you know,
what kind of training is this?
Oh, is that just a training video?
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, hold on, let me find. Yeah, that's fucking weird. Oh, here it is. All right, cool. There you go. But no, I think a lot of these guys had crazy mileage on them. I really do. I think that a lot of guys, when you look at it, these guys were 5-6 years deep into their careers, and now they need to, you know, step up to a whole nother level against guys that have been fighting for twice that long. You look at guys like BJ Penn who are you look at guys like BJ Penn who are going crazy in the mid 2000s, and now they have a whole nother wave. And I think that's what's happening to guys like Anthony Pettis. But
damn. Oh, you watch this shit too? MMA release?
Nah, MMA on Point is my shit.
Yeah, I watch MMA on Point a lot.
MMA on Point's my shit. I fuck with them a lot. Is this like a whole ass video?
Yeah, it's a long
I thought it was like a montage. I'll just
no, don't worry about it. Yeah, just send it to me later.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
But no, like, it looks like he's just hitting people with bats.
Which is scary.
It is. It's very scary.
El Cucuy.
What does El Cucuy mean?
El Cucuy is like a... Alright, Mexican crowd, please don't hate me for saying this. I'm white. But, it's like a boogeyman, basically.
I thought that was Chupacabra.
Like a Mexican... Chupacabra is like a creature.
Oh, okay.
El Cucuy is like a boogeyman, basically.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That would have been a very good question for last week.
That's like the only way I can explain it. So if I said that wrong, please correct me. But
El
nicely.
Cucuy, also known as the Coco, is a mythical ghost monster equivalent to the boogeyman. Yeah, no.
Okay, cool. Got it right.
Yeah. That's from Wikipedia, so...
Oh, yeah, so it could be wrong, but...
I don't think so.
That's
Wikipedia used to be, like, super shitty for information.
Now it's really good.
Yeah. Until, like... my favorite thing is, like, after something happens in pop culture, and there's that, like, 20-minute window where people just start editing Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Where it's, like, Kobe drops 81, and it's, like, and they list Kobe Bryant as Jalen Rose's daddy. Shit like that.
That's fucked up. That's really fucked up.
Jalen Rose does not deserve as much blame as he gets for that. Because this was like old Jalen Rose on the Raptors.
Well, yeah, that team was trash anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody could drop 81 on... okay, no, I'm not going to say that, but...
Oh, I'm sorry, 2006 Kobe, who had no one on his team but him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, when your best teammate is Smush Parker, like...
Smush Parker.
Go back and play... Yo, here's my challenge to everybody today. Go back and play those old 2K games and look at how many teams were a one-man show.
That's true. Yep.
Because you're going to see a couple teams where it's like, nah, man, this dude was nice. Yeah, look when he retired. Because I was messing around with the Bulls, and it was like the 85-86 Bulls. And I was like, yo, this team was actually pretty nice. And I looked, I'm like, nah, it's just Jordan on there. They're like, what about George Gervin? Nah, he's like 8 years past his prime.
Yeah. George Gervin.
I fuck with George Gervin, but like, dog. Like, Mike was coming out, and you were like, and the Bulls were like, you know who can mentor him? George Gervin, which, like, that's actually a great call if Michael Jordan was born 4 years earlier.
Yeah.
Plus, I think at a certain point, you don't need a mentor.
Facts.
Like, who mentored Kobe?
Jordan.
Yeah, but, like, Jordan wasn't on the Lakers.
No. Oh, so nobody.
That's what I'm saying.
He was automatically a mentor. I mean, I guess what? Coach?
I think Phil Jackson for sure, but like as far as like playing, he didn't really have anybody.
No, he didn't have anybody on the court. Definitely not. He was the mentor to everybody else.
I would love to see Phil Jackson with LeBron.
That'd be way more championships for Phil Jackson.
Actually, what I was really hoping, and this is a really, really bad trade, so don't kill me for it because I know it's a bad trade. But I was fucking around last year and I said LaMarcus Aldridge, DeMar DeRozan, and Pau Gasol for LeBron James. And really, I just want to see LeBron James play with Greg Popovich. Because imagine all the shit that he did with Kawhi.
That would be wild.
Now imagine LeBron doing that.
Greg Popovich and LeBron. Just LeBron on the Spurs would be wild.
Yeah. I don't even know who's on that team though. I mean, DeJounte Murray's nice. But if you trade, my brother's a Spurs fan, I'm a little worried for the Spurs. I don't know where you go after this. Because what are you gonna re-sign DeMar?
Patty Mills.
Yo, like you can't re-sign DeMar. I love DeMar DeRozan. I don't think he's re-signing with the Spurs.
No, I don't think so either.
I think that Toronto fucked him over, kind of.
For sure, they did.
But like, I would actually, if I was DeMar, I'd be like, yo, let's see if it can work.
Yeah.
Like, go back to Toronto and be like, hey, listen.
I want to come back.
Who's your two?
Yeah. I want to be the third.
Because I mean, that's actually a nice team when you think about it. You get Lowry, DeRozan, Siakam, OG Anunoby, and Jonas Valanciunas. That's actually a nice team. Or Marc Gasol, I mean, not Valanciunas. That's actually a pretty decent team. I kind of want to see that.
That would be a good team.
I also wanted to see Vince Carter go back to Toronto, but apparently that city hates him.
Why do they hate Vince Carter?
Because he wanted to get traded.
Oh, at the time?
Yeah, no, apparently people still hate him for that, which is like...
That's weird. That was like decades ago.
If you hated him because he shit on your team in the Eastern Conference Finals 4 years in a row, LeBron,
yeah.
Like, that's why I hate LeBron. It's not... I don't even hate LeBron. I think LeBron is probably the greatest player I've ever watched, actually watched.
I hate the Spurs to this day.
But Tim Duncan's dope. Fan. Yeah, but Tim Duncan's dope.
No, but as a team, they're great. I just don't like them because
nothing makes me happier than watching the Pistons lose.
True.
I love when the Bucks lose.
Why? What they do?
Because they're in our division. Fuck them.
Oh, word.
Yo, when you look at the Bulls division, you got the Bucks, the Cavs, the Pacers, and the Pistons. I hate all those teams. Fuck the Heat too. Fuck the Heat and fuck the Knicks. Boston can get it too. Fuck them.
So you just hate everybody in that
and maybe Philly. That's the whole Eastern Conference at this point.
Yeah, basically, you just hate everybody.
That's everybody in the Eastern Conference except for the Hawks. And the Magic.
Man, fuck the Hawks too, cuz. And the Magic. I'm just playing.
I don't have an issue with the Magic. They're not enough.
I'm just kidding.
They're not a threat. The Hawks are looking nice.
We're not a sports podcast.
Somebody actually asked me what we talk about, and I was like,
everything.
Yeah, pretty much. I have this label under lifestyle because I feel that lifestyle either gets you women's fitness magazines or podcasts where the person couldn't figure out how to categorize themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't really know. We're still figuring it out.
It's a kickback. We don't have plans. Who's this? You're here, so you're not hitting me on Instagram. Oh, that's Nico. And shout out to Nico Starkiller for looking like Prince. But also kind of like Jimi Hendrix. But also kind of like Rick James.
That's a crazy combo to look like.
Yeah. Listen, my man calls himself Nicky Starkiller.
Okay.
That tells you everything you need to know about this Bootsy Collins ass.
Bootsy Collins. Yeah, man.
So, I mean, this is pretty much it then. I feel like this is our come down podcast.
Yeah, like, we don't really know what to talk about.
No, we killed it for 3 hours the other day. So
yeah, exactly. Like, what else? How long have we been on for? Like, half hour?
No, we're hitting 40 minutes.
Oh, damn. Holy shit.
No, we're hitting it. See? There we go.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it. He definitely looks like Jimi Hendrix,
fuck him.
Prince, and...
Oh, shit. What did I actually want to tell you about? Let's see. There was West Side Gun and Conway. Or West Side Gun. He has that new album. Jordan releases. Was I going to talk about that with you?
Like the shoes?
Yeah.
The Fire Red 5s are coming back out. With the Nike Air on the back.
Ooh, okay. What I just see that was fire. Oh, the UNC 3s.
Yeah, UNC 3s are fire.
Light blue is my favorite color, so I have to hold back.
Yeah, that powder blue is hard.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dog. I was actually going to write an article about this. I was really, really excited. So, Madden NFL 20. And I haven't watched football in 4 years, so shut up. But Madden NFL 20 was for free on Xbox this week. Just this weekend. So I was like, alright, cool.
To buy?
No, just to download it. It was a weekend. For the weekend.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, alright, cool, let's check it out. Holy shit. Unplayable.
You couldn't play it?
My whole plan was to compare and contrast the stories between NBA 2K20 and Madden NFL 20. That was my whole idea. So I was like, alright, cool. Let's really, really get into this. Let's, I'm going to mess around with the character creator just like I would in 2K. No, you're not. I'm going to mess around with all the choices just like I would in 2K. No, you're not. I'm going to mess around. Actually, that is one thing that I would like to see 2K do, and I'll get to that. But I'm like, all right, well, maybe, the graphics aren't that pretty, but, whatever. No, the way they run looks weird. The way they throw looks weird. The way they catch looks weird. The way, the stadiums look great. The stadiums and the uniforms are amazing.
Yeah.
Everything else in the game is a little off.
I haven't played Madden since Madden 11 or 12.
That's what, so you start out and you are a number 1 high school recruit. And all you get to choose is your hair. When you first start the game, it's you and you're in a bathroom and you're looking at the mirror, and which is okay, cool. I can roll with this. I can roll with this creation suite. I kind of like that. And you start with your hair, your eyes, your face, all that stuff, and you start with and then your voice. And the voices that they have aren't bad. They have 4 different voices. They're not bad. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. You leave and then you go to the actual so you go to your game. And you don't play any of the college career except for your senior year's championship tournament for college. So you know how college football has the college football playoff now?
Yeah.
You just play the semifinals and the finals of that.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, if this isn't a college football game, I'm cool with that. And the colleges that you can pick to play in are actually pretty decent. So it's USC, Alabama, Texas Tech, Florida State, Miami, Ohio State. So I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm a Michigan fan, so there's no Michigan, but I get it. We're pretty mediocre. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
So you pick your team, and the way that they even set that up is cool because you get on the butt. You find out that your player will not be starting because a big transfer just came in. So that's why you have to wait until your senior year to play because he declared for the draft weeks ago or something like that, or he got injured or something. So you still haven't done anything with this player. You haven't, and you just start practice with them. So they're like, all right, cool, let's do a couple run-throughs, and you learn how to play the game. And there's a couple mechanics I like. You can actually, as a quarterback, you can pick whether you throw high or low now. Wait, no, hold on. You could do that in fucking NCAA 14. You just had to hit the arrow key. See, that's fucking dumb. Never mind. Because they changed the buttons for that, which is stupid. And then you finally get, after 2 practices, you finally get to start the game. Mm-hmm. But you walk in and there's a cutscene with the security lady who's like, whoa, I've never seen you before. You're not on the list. And you have to go in and, put your name in. Fucking 10 minutes into the game is when you put your name in. You can't control your height. You can't control your weight. You can't control your position. You have to play quarterback.
What the fuck?
Which everybody's going to play quarterback anyway. I get that. But So you can only do certain things. So the name that I always go with is the name that I go with in every video game I play now, and it's the only name that gets pronounced. Because like my name, Braven, is not in any game. All right, fine, whatever.
Yeah, neither is my name. So
right. So I always go with a name that like is something. So this guy in my church, he called us the Colemans one time on accident. So and then and my middle name is Thomas. So I'll go with like Thomas Coleman sometimes, or my grandmother wanted to name me Michael. So like you'll see like a Michael Coleman or a Michael Thomas. So I put in Michael Thomas, and she goes, that name's not on my list. Why don't you try again? I'm like, wait, what? The fuck? Okay, fine, whatever. So I punch in Coleman. She goes, oh, found you.
The fuck?
Wait, hold on. So now I'm like, wait. If you gave me a list of names I could pick,
yeah,
okay, I'd be cool. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. But you let me punch in my name and then told me that I couldn't pick that one.
That's such a stupid concept because 2K lets you pick the names that.
And if you don't have the name that's in your you can be Bashir in 2K. They won't say it. They'll say exactly. The nickname, but you can at least punch it in.
Yeah, what I'm saying is though, you could find what names they're gonna announce. On 2K.
Right, and it would not be that hard to change it over in Madden. So I finally start the game, and I fucked around with the sliders a lot. And this guy actually made really good sliders that make it so like it's a little bit more challenging, and it's a little bit more realistic. So I was like, all right, cool. So I'm playing the game, and it's decent when I first start playing it. It's one of those games where I'm so glad. If I would have paid $60 for it, I would have been fucking pissed.
Yeah.
But downloading it for free on a weekend, all right, cool. I'm all right with this. So I'm playing it. Like, I got NBA 2K20. If I paid $60 for 2K20, especially since I bought 2K19 last year, I'd be hot. But I got it for free on Xbox Game Pass, and they were like, hey, $20, and you can, like, download it for free. Like, it was through NBA 2K19. I was like, yo, $20, we'll give you, like, 50,000 VC.
Yeah.
All these clothes. So I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, $20, all right, I can do that. So I'm playing it, and I'm doing okay. But one thing that was weird to me that jumped out to me, you know how in 2K you can just pick like play as your only. For my player, you only play as you.
Yeah.
No, in this you have to play both sides of the ball. But you can change it, so you can so in NCAA 14, which I have, you can play. It's only your player, but while you play in high school, you can play quarterback and linebacker, and you're playing your senior year in high school, so you play the whole season in the tournament. So it's like 8 games. Which I'm like, and you can control it before you start. So if you don't think your player is good enough, or you're playing on a lower difficulty, or you want more time to build them up, you can play like a 10-game season and then the tournament. You can do that. I wouldn't because that's a lot of games, but you can do that. And so I was like, all right, cool. You know, like that's cool. So I'm playing this one, and I'm like, why in the fuck am I playing as the kicker? Like, why am I playing as defense? I only want to play as the quarterback. So you have to go into the options and change that to just play as the quarterback. Mm-hmm. And even then, you can only play as the offense. So if I throw the ball, I can't immediately start being like, all right, bet, this is what we're going to do next. And now I have to play as the wide receiver. Which I know a lot of people are going to be like, but why does that matter? Don't you want more control? In franchise mode, hell yeah. I want to know everybody. In a mode where I'm only playing as my player, no, I only want to play as me so I can focus on me because
get my stats up, bitch.
Right. Because like I just so that pissed me off. So first half is almost over, and I get the ball with 1:30 left on the 1-yard line, and we're down by 7, and they get the ball back in the second half. I drive 99 yards, score a touchdown, they get the ball, and they can't do anything with it because I took all the time off the clock. Coach is like, hey, how do you feel you did that half? The only options are, well, it was my team, and I'll take the blame, coach. Hold the fuck on. I tied the game up with a 99-yard drive and 8 passes.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's my fault? I'm the reason we're even in this game. Because my running back has only rushed for 2 yards this entire half.
Yeah, the interactive shit is horrible on there.
So I'm like trying to figure this out, and I'm like, you know what? Fine, whatever. So I ended up doing really, really well the first game, and I lost because I lost because they punted. I actually wanted to go for it, but they punted, like my team punted, they got the ball back and won by field goal. Mm-hmm. Okay, fine, whatever. Guess what? Restart, bitch. So I just quit it and restarted it. Went and got back in the game. Completely different. So now my player isn't completing shit at all. And so I'm trying to figure out like little things. I'm like trying to figure out who's open. And my brother, my legend, he's sitting there watching me. He's like, oh man, I always love to see, because he wants to be a screenwriter. So he's like, oh man, I always want to see what happens like in how people do story in sports games and like driving games. Like, all right, cool, yeah, hang out, and definitely give this a look. So my brother's like, wait, none of this makes any sense. Why are you like doing this? I'm like, okay, my listeners to sports game, they're not going to give a shit about the story unless it's like, I don't know, Fight Night Champion, which came out in 2014. So they're not going to give a shit about the story. Don't worry about it. He's like, all right, whatever. And so we get all the way to the end of the game, throw to my receiver, my star receiver, who they're like, yo, throw to this dude. It bounces off of his hands, hits his foot, bounces back up into the air, and somebody else intercepts it. So I'm like, cool, fuck this game. So I just turn on, so I'm like, all right, done. So I'm like, you know what, man? I always have a good time with franchise mode. No matter what I do, I always have a good time with franchise mode. Let me check out franchise mode. And Madden actually had a really good franchise mode for a while where you could, like, figure out who you were scouting and you could, like, upload. Like, I have Madden 25 in NBA or in NCAA 14. My team on Madden 25 feeds off of whatever happened to my players in NCAA 14, which is fucking dope. Because now this game where, like, the only thing that pissed me off was that in Madden 25, I couldn't bring my created player, like my player that I played as, into the pros. If they had that, I'd be so happy. I'd be set. Because my player was nice. My player was a 6'4", 250-pound scrambling quarterback with a rocket arm. Yeah, I'm going number 1 overall. What's good? So I'm playing it, and so I'm like, you know what, fuck it. So I go to franchise mode, and like, it's the same background, no matter what you do, and the background is your coach staring at a computer, getting frustrated, and picking up his phone and walking around. To which I say, you didn't even have to make it background. You could just had it as like the shadow of a football field, and I would have been like, all right, cool. There's no news. Oh, for when you're playing in the story mode, when you're playing in the actual story part, there's no instant replay, and there's no stats. Mm-hmm. So like, I'm like, all right, cool. How am I doing? What are my stats looking like? No, you can't see it. Okay, well, can I figure out where the hole was on the last play? No, there's no instant replay. Okay, then what the fuck am I playing this mode for? So I finally get over to franchise mode, and I'm playing that, and they're like, there's a couple cool things where it's like, hey, listen. Hey, coach, I'm the offensive coordinator. I just want to let you know that not only is this wide receiver that we had, who's really, really young, looking like a good player, but there's a crazy defensive end on the other side of the ball who's going to fuck up our game plan. So I'm like, all right, cool, let me go change the game plan. In order to change the game plan, you have to do the practice. All right, fine. In order to do practice, you have to do drills, then the practice, then the game plan, and you can't simulate any of it. Mm-hmm. So if I just want to be like, no, let me just change the game plan and see how my players react, no, can't do it. You have to put like 20 minutes of time into it. Every week. So I'm like, all right, cool, well, you know what? Let me see what I can do. I'm playing as the Bears. The Bears typically don't have a good offense. Let me see what I can do to find. All right, cool. You can upgrade your team, but the way that they do trades, you can't put somebody on the trading block and then like you can't. You know how in 2K you can find trades? You can't do that in this. So if you want to do a trade, you have to put somebody. You have to go to the roster, put somebody on the trading block, then wait 2 weeks. Instead of just saying, yo, this dude's up, who wants him?
Yeah.
So I'm like playing this and I'm like, why are you making it so difficult to play? Then it hit me. So I got out of the game and I'm just kind of messing with other stuff. They have you can't create a team, but you can like change uniforms, which is kind of cool. Like you can change the default uniform. So like if a team has a shit uniform, you can change it to another one and that's what they'll be in every game mode.
Yeah.
Which is actually a really cool idea. And I would love to see that in 2K, but it would just be so the Heat could only wear their Vice uniforms.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Because, like, all I want to see is the Heat in their Vice uniforms. So, it hit me because I exit franchise mode, and I go to just the main menu, and there's an ad for the game I'm currently playing, like, just there. Like, you know how when you watch YouTube, like, there'll just be an ad that shows up? This is what that was like. And if it was a loading screen like how 2K TV is, I'd be like, okay. Whatever. That's okay. I don't like it, but I understand. No, this was just an ad that popped up, and it said, hey, don't forget to buy your Ultimate Team coins. Only $14.99.
Yeah. Which,
again, I'm playing the trial mode, so if they said, hey, you can upgrade for X amount off. Okay, cool. I understand that. Bro, why are you telling me to buy coins in a game that I know I don't own in this case, that I already own? Why am I seeing ads for a game I already have?
Yeah.
What the hell? And so I'm looking, and I'm like, you know what, man? I'm not going to get this article done because there's nothing to write about. I don't have anything. So I'm like, fuck it. Let me go see what they're saying about this game. Everybody online is like, yo, because I'm just looking on like Reddit and IGN and some of the boards and stuff, Operation Sports, and everybody's like, yo, if they took half the time they took modeling Lil Yachty's pants in this game on actual gameplay, this game could be amazing. And so I'm like, Lil Yachty, what the fuck are they talking about? Bro, there's a celebrity mode in that game where you play as team celebrities picked and you see them on the sidelines and you're coaching against them. And they have like that in the game, and they've got like all these like crazy like bonuses and all this kind of stuff, but it's not even the main game. It's just like an offshoot. So I'm like, wait a minute, you guys didn't change the gameplay, and there were like reports of like loading screens would come up for Madden 20, and it would say Madden 19.
The fuck?
And I was like, guys, you guys are wondering, like, say what you will about 2K and how crazy my team is and how expensive VC is. Say what you will. At least we're getting a game that says 2K20.
That's
like,
true.
Holy shit.
It's very true.
I don't think that you should come out with sports games yearly anyway.
Yeah.
So if that's an argument you want to make, I'm with you. Especially when you look at, like, there's not a second World of Warcraft. They just made one. And they expand on it every couple of years.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. If 2K just want to be like, yo, listen, you buy NBA 2K, you're buying NBA 2K. And we'll release the new rosters every year, and we'll patch in upgrades. Hell yeah, I'm with that. Even if you said, all right, listen, $5 a month, you'll have continuous 2K service. You'll have access to updates. You'll have access to beta testing.
$5 a month is way too much money.
But even if you did that, because you're releasing a game every year, and it's every year, like it's every season, yeah, but like it's still 12 months.
Yeah, well, it's 5 times 12.
60.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, never mind.
So even if you were gonna do that, I'd still be like, okay, I'm cool with this, because at least I'm getting updates every year. But like,
yeah, that's true.
If nothing else, you're getting changes to like this game. 2K20 does feel different than 2K19. I prefer 2K19 how it feels because it's faster, and it feels like when I'm running, I'm actually running. But like, and I'm only playing my player, so I mean, because like I said, I got this game for free basically. So I'm only playing my player, and I got 2 players I'm messing with. But I was like, yo, if this is how they're gonna keep doing Madden, I don't see Madden being around much longer.
Nah, definitely not.
It's gonna go like how UFC 3 went.
True.
Because UFC 3 was cool for like the first 10 minutes I played it. That's what pissed me off. My brother didn't understand why I hated the EA Sports UFC games. And it was because, and then I showed him like the THQ one. And I'm like, you see how everybody has different moves in this game?
THQ is dope. I like those ones.
I still got that, man. You let me know if you want to play it. I got my PS3 hooked up still.
Word.
But
the one with Brock Lesnar on the front?
No, I got the one with Anderson Silva on the front.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I had all 3 of them at one point.
Yeah.
And I was 2010. I only played because Shaq was in it. If you did a secret code at the beginning of the game.
Really?
Yeah. So we did Brock versus Shaq a few times.
That's awesome.
Shaq kicks his ass actually because Brock's 6'3", and then
Shaq Diesel's like
7'2".
7'2".
So like if you hit that hook with Shaq,
it's over.
You were damn near hitting it from the other side of the cage.
Yeah.
Like Brock shooting in for a takedown, and Shaq's just like doink.
Facts.
What's up?
But yeah, man.
No, today was the kickbackiest of kickbacks.
Yeah, today was definitely kickbacky of kickbackest.
You sound exhausted too.
I don't know why I couldn't sleep last night.
You good?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I just couldn't sleep.
Because this podcast is almost turning into the Braven therapy hour.
No, it's not. Braven therapy hour.
Like, I listen back and I'm like, yo, there's a lot of niggas telling me to do therapy. Go to therapy.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Should I go to therapy? Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
I think everybody should.
Everybody should go to therapy at some point in their lives. We all hold on to traumas that we don't really realize. But that's a different conversation for a different day. Because I don't know why I'm so tired, but I am tired for some reason.
And what time is it? It is 8 o'clock. Yeah. It's tired hours.
Almost.
But like I said, easy breezy, beautiful podcast today.
Yep. Just another day.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Wednesday we might have we'll probably have some shit on Wednesday.
Word up.
Some bananas are gonna happen between now and Wednesday.
Probably.
So, alright guys. Reminiscent Richi, what do you have for him? Oh no, you had an announcement today on Instagram.
Oh yeah, fall line coming in October. Buy all this stuff you can now before it runs out, because it's running out really quick.
Good problems.
Good problems to have. Yes. I'm buying. I bought some pins.
Like for like jackets and shit.
Yeah.
That's good.
Jackets, duffel bags, whatever you want to put the pins on, hats. You're gonna sell them for like $3 a unit, which is really cheap compared to other people.
Yeah. It is. It really, really is. I think you could actually bundle like the hats and the
hat with it. Yep.
That might actually be fire.
That would be. It's a good idea.
Especially if you got like a Scully.
A Scully with the pin. Yeah. But other than that, nothing really, man. Just hit me up on Instagram, Reminiscent Richi. Hit me up on Twitter, Reminiscent Richi.
Oh, my brother changed his Instagram handle. Because I gave him a better one.
The Myth.
No, my other brother. He changed it to Coach.
Yeah, Coach V.
Yeah. So, you should definitely be Richi the Moonchild.
Nah. Nah, not happening. Sorry.
Inside joke to like 9 people who listen to this podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, no. Actually, you know what? I want to go over my demographics. I lied. It wasn't like 18% women that listened to the podcast. Or that listen. It was like 28%.
Oh, that's good.
And then
Hell yeah.
So on Spotify, it gives you like the top 5 other artists that people listen to.
Yeah.
It was Mac Miller, Kid Cudi, Weeknd, Drake,
yeah.
And there's been a couple others popping in and out.
Sounds like us.
Yeah, I'm like, all right.
Yep. But all right, man.
All right.
It's been real, guys.
That was Reminiscent Richi.
The Moonchild.
You can follow me at GrownUpKid94. Also, I'm not sure, but you can also take a look in the upcoming months. Who is Mikey Neptune? And LU999URY. That's the last thing I'm going to say about it on this podcast. Just keep a look on it in the next couple months.
Okay.
Star Mariners Kickback.
Be safe, everybody.
Be safe, and we're out.